my favorite hikes to go on here. This is the Blue Ridge Homestead Loop outside of Winters, California by Lake Berryessa in Napa County. The trail starts right at the base of the Monticello Dam, and you can usually just park out on the street here if it's available. This trail gets pretty busy, so sometimes you have to park down that way. There's a big parking lot down there, and there's 3 ways to begin this hike. I personally like to go through the drainage tunnels that go underneath the road, but we had a wet winter and the stream was flowing very heavy. And if it is flowing heavy like this, then you should go up over the road, and then I would recommend going counterclockwise, because at some point on this hike you are going to have to cross this stream, and it's better to do it last than first so you don't have wet boots. But it's really neat to go through those drainage tunnels. So go across the road. I would begin on the right and go counterclockwise on this hike. Now, there's not much shade. The wildfires have burned down most of the trees. There used to be some shade on the backside of this trail, and those are gone now too. So bring lots of water and bring a good hat. You're going to be in the sun. This first mile up here is just a bunch of switchbacks, and you're going to go about a mile, and you're going to go up about 1,100 to 1,200 feet on elevation. But one nice thing about this is when you get tired, you can just look back there behind you, and there are views on this entire hike. So anytime you need a break, you just stop and you get these wonderful views. This part makes it so worth the hike. Right when you get up to the top, this is the view here of beautiful Lake Berryessa. I think all trails has this rated difficult, not only for the elevation, but there's also this section here that you have to climb over these rocks, and it's not too difficult. I actually think it's kind of fun to kind of jump around over these rocks, but you're up on the ridge line, so there's a drop to the left, a bit of a drop to the right, but I wouldn't say it's unsafe or anything. Just climb across the rocks and be on your way. The entire trail is about 5 miles to do the entire loop, but the rock section is just a couple hundred feet. And once you get to the top of there, you can look back and you can see Lake Berryessa back there. One thing to be aware of on this hike is in the summertime, I used to run this in the mornings, and I have seen a couple of rattlesnakes out there, and there is poison oak on the trail. So be aware. Typically the rattlesnakes, if you see them, which it's very rare, I'm not saying you're going to see one, they're out there, but you're probably not going to see one. When I saw them, they were down at the bottom. I never saw them up on the hill. But the poison oak is around. It's right off the trail. So you'll just make your way down this trail on the ridge line. It goes for about 2 miles before you start coming back down. There is an additional trail that comes off of this trailhead called Annie's Loop. I've never done this. I'll have to go out and try and do this one maybe later this year. But if the 5 miles is a little short for a hike for you, you can tack on Annie's Loop and make it a little longer. You can see these burnt trees here. This used to be the nice part of the trail because it used to have a lot of shade. And when I would go running this, if you're into trail running, I would recommend going clockwise on it and going up this section because there's stairs etched into it with railroad ties, and I prefer going up the stairs than down. It's just a little bit of a steep step. All right, so coming up on the stream here, I actually put my camera away because I didn't want to drop it and have it swept away. But just to give you a tip, if it's running high like this, in my personal opinion, it's better to just wade through the water and get wet. I rolled my pants up and just walked through here. You can try and jump across the rocks. The people ahead of us did that. I just feel like there's a big chance of slipping. When the water is running low, it's not a problem. You can climb over the rocks. the stream's just not bad. But this time of year, it was just flowing very heavy, so we just waded through it. It's just another short hike back to the car, to the parking lot, and I knew it was going to be high, and so we come prepared. I always bring an extra pair of shoes or some flip-flops in the car. And that's it. Thanks for watching. You should definitely check out this hike if you're in the area. It's well worth it. And in the meantime, if you can't make it, get out there, put some miles on those boots. Have a good day.